So hi guys, today I wanted to talk about Satanism to you people. And when I say Satanism, I'm talking about atheistic Satanism, more commonly known as Levian Satanism. And basically what Levian Satanism believes is that Satan is a kind of metaphor for all the evil in the world and for all the bad things, whereas theistic Satanists actually worship and believe in the devil. Levian Satanism came out in the 1960s when a guy named Anton LaVey wrote the Satanic Bible. And like I said, it mostly just focuses on Satan as being a metaphor for being evil in the world, and it's basically an extreme version of humanism. A lot of times nowadays, people really don't care about doing their homework and researching things, so they hear a word like Satanism or humanism, and they automatically give it a definition. Satanism, in this case, means that you're basically an extreme humanist. And humanism, a lot of people nowadays think that it's human rights, when in actuality, humanism is basically just saying that humans come before religion. Human needs come before religious needs. Like the here and now is more important than an afterlife or anything like that. And I want to start this out by giving two lists that I found on the Church of Satan website. I can put the links in the description bar below, and the two lists that I'm going to read you are the 9 satanic sins and the 11 satanic rules of the earth. So I'm not going to really elaborate much on this. I'm going to talk about a few things after it, but I'm not really going to explain the meaning of each. Like I said, links are in the description, so you can find a further explanation for these items on the list. So, here we go. The 9 satanic sins of the earth are stupidity, pretentiousness, I'm sorry, I have a really hard time pronouncing this word, solipsism, solipsism, self-deceit, herd conformity, lack of perspective, forgetfulness and past orthodoxies, counterproductive pride, and a lack of aesthetics. Those are some pretty nasty things in the world. I think it's great that these are the sins. Sin is a man-made concept. A lot of people just think that it has something to do with Christianity or Catholicism, etc., etc., etc. And yeah, you can think about it, but sin is a man-made concept, like I said before. And basically, it's anything that a group of people sees as wrong. That's it, in my opinion. Basic terms, it's anything that a group of people sees as wrong. And I think for this particular group, these are some great things. And I think these can really help you these can really help shape you into a better person, because no one wants to be stupid, pretentious, even though I'm kind of pretentious, or be self-deceitful. No one wants to be conforming. A lot of these things on this list, and on the next list that I'm about to say, is something that really no one wants to be, or things that should already come naturally as is, even though a lot of mainstream things may spread from that, and I'm going to talk about that a little more after I read the second list, which is the 11 satanic rules of the earth. So the first one is, do not give your opinion unless asked. Number 2, do not tell your troubles to others unless you are sure that they want to hear them. Number 3, when in another's lair or home, show him respect or else do not go there. Number 4, if a guest in your lair or home annoys you, treat him cruelly and without mercy. Number 5, do not make sexual advances unless you are given a mating signal. Number 6, do not take that which does not belong to you unless it is a burden to have the other person and he cries to be relieved. Number 7, acknowledge the power of magic if you have employed it successfully to obtain your desires. If you deny the power of magic after having called upon it with success, you will lose all that you have obtained. Number 8, do not complain about anything to which you need not subject yourself to. Number 9, do not harm little children. Number 10, do not kill non-human animals unless you are attacked by it or for your food. Number 11, when walking upon open When walking in open territory, bother no one. If someone bothers you, ask him to stop. If he does not stop, destroy him. And especially with that last one, you can kind of see this idea of an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth kind of mentality. Whereas mainstream religions such as Christianity, or even teaching little kids to forgive, turn the other cheek, you run out of cheeks pretty fast. You need to defend yourself. You need to be able to take authority and say this is not okay. You need to be able to stand up for yourself. And you even see this in modern day laws. When Anton LaVey wrote this in the late 1950s and the early 1960s, the laws were pretty similar back then as they were right now. And I think when he wrote this, I'm 99.9% sure that when he wrote this, he made sure that to keep the laws, modern day laws in mind, but not only that, but also respect for other humans. As you can see in the 11 satanic rules of the earth that I just read, no harming children, no making sexual advances toward other people without their permission, don't kill or abuse non-human animals unless you're being attacked or unless you need it for food. You see that as just a current modern day respect thing. Whereas you look at something like the Bible, animal sacrifices, and it condones rape, and by condoning rape I mean that if a man rapes a woman, then you pay like 15 silver coins to that woman's daughter and then you marry her. Or if you read the Quran, then you see if a woman speaks out about rape, then she will be stoned or whipped or something like that for having premarital sex, even though it wasn't consensual. This is what I mean when I say human respect, and that's why I think that humanism, and even living in Satanism, which takes it a kind of a step farther, is a good thing, especially in society, but no one really cares about that because they hear a word and they automatically just want to give it a meaning, even if they don't research it or they do their homework, or it's just ignorance. And even if that falls under the first satanic sin, to be honest, stupidity, it also kind of falls under the second as well, pretentiousness. I'm not really sure what the third one means. I'm going to go look that up afterwards, after I finish making this video and editing it, etc., etc., etc. But that's just my little input on Satanism. Not really much of an explanation, not really much of an input, other than the last little blurb at the end and the first little blurb at the beginning. But I hope this kind of helped a little bit with actually knowing a little bit of what it is. Like I said, I'll put links in the description bar. And yeah, I hope this kind of opened your mind and made you realize that it's not all just devil worshipping, but it's mostly respecting humans and respecting yourself as well. So yeah, peace.